Okay, the second one Madhvik want to tell you is about freedom and independence. This is also the second inauthenticity and out of integrity that created in the child for us. What is freedom and what is independence? The freedom is something you just don't give a boundary. You just let the child be doing whatever he wants. See, the problem is when we talk about attachment and love. Love is a space you give them where anything is a possibility. But what happens to some of the parents? They think they give the freedom for the child for anything to happen and they just leave the child. See, one is not listening to the child. That is one side of the coin, which is a problem. The other end is leaving the child and letting go the child to do whatever he wants in life. And then again, life, it's very difficult because now the child has to learn everything about burning their fingers. It's like every fire, Swami says, no, they have to test every fire and then understand life. And that is not freedom. That freedom is not independent. It is not becoming intelligence. That is like a very hard way for the child. But the parents think you should do just what the kid wants. No, that is also not correct. You don't have to do anything and everything the kid wants. The kid is curious and they start exploring. And then they want to go catch the fire and touch the fire. Yes, it is a possibility. When Mayadvaita asked Swamiji once this question, Swamiji, if you say everything is a possibility, aren't you putting a fear when you say you should not touch fire? Swamiji so beautifully answered, facts have to be told to the children. In the space they understand. Facts are not given with condition. When you condition the fact, it becomes fear. So beautiful, he said, my God. When the facts, again I'm repeating, facts without condition is fact. Fact with condition is fear. You do not put fear in the child, but you have to tell the facts. You cannot leave the kid on the road and say, it knows how to go and be there, how to get up in a car or how to drive a cycle in the road where it is so dangerous. You have to give the fact that you have to be safe, you have to be with an adult. All these facts have to be given without conditioning. The conditioning happens when you put the fear component. See, if you don't listen to me now and go properly in the road, I am going to give you one whack, or I am not going to listen to you, or say any ors to that. Then comes the problem. The whole thing we have to understand is the space that we are in, only facts have to be presented. But the parents do not give facts. Leave the child. When they go out, they just start talking to adults and they don't know what the child is doing. They have never given the facts that they cannot talk to strangers. They never give a idea what needs to be done there. These are facts. We are not putting fear or conditioning them. We are just giving pure facts. What happens, how we behave, what is the space that we are going in, and what is expected out of you, and what are the things required from your side. It can be beautifully given so that the child doesn't go start running somewhere and don't sit where you tell him to sit, start abusing the adults. They will start doing anything and everything they want. And the other adults find it very difficult in that situation because they cannot tell you, nor they can beat the child or shout at the child because they are your child. And same time they know this parent doesn't bother. This is one kind of love. One side is attachment. One side is giving them freedom where they don't require freedom. This is not freedom. This is like letting the child do whatever they want without giving the basic knowledge that is required. Giving knowledge or updating them with knowledge or stating the facts is not fear. When you are on the job, you cannot suddenly speak Greek. You have to come and practice and practice and practice. Like this, we have to conduct workshop after workshop after workshop where this becomes our language. We learn the language here. We are learning the language of a space of a child. Then when you tell, it just needs to be not even telling. If you see in the morning satsang, Madhvik will only look at them. The minute Madhvik look, they just integrated. You just need to get the eye contact. That's all you need to do. No need to tell anything to a child. Child is extraordinarily intelligent. Even if you see when they are turning their back, they'll just turn to you and catch you. They are in the telepathy space. They're extraordinary space. They exactly know what they are doing is wrong. They know where they should be and where they should not be because you have instructed, given that space of knowledge happen in them before itself. You have clearly sat down every time and given them clear instructions about the facts. So when you go out on the road, the minute he tries to turn to the road to run, you just give him one smile, he'll just come to you and stand. That is parenting. Power of parenting is like, wow, they'll just do anything and everything just by the looks of you. Get it, ma'am? That is because we have to learn that language, that's all. We have to get that space and continuously we have to live in that space whenever we are with the child. It cannot happen just like that. Because then again we are out of fear, we are acting at there. And he doesn't understand that. He says, why is this mom crazily shouting suddenly? She never used to shout and never told me what to do. What should I do right now? He doesn't know whether to run or get upset or get cranky. Finally, he's confused and then just screams, why are you not leaving me there? And why are you misbehaving on the middle of the road? That's exactly what he thinks of you. So you have to again and again get that space. Again and again practice about each and everything. See, you have to understand wherever you're going with attachment, you have to correct yourself. Oh my God, I said this, let me correct myself. Like when Ishwar got his hand fractured, one thing I did very clearly was this. Even though I got scared and I got the attachment, but I expressed it very clearly to him. Ishwar, you are in the focusing of pain. You are in that space. But Madhvik cannot be in that space. Madhvik is already having a pattern of fear. So Madhvik is very scared. Madhvik declared, giving the fact to the child. Madhvik declared Madhvik is very scared and Madhvik want to take some time to get out of that space. But you do what you're doing, Madhvik will be there where Madhvik is. That is the language which came to Madhvik because of the practice of that language. Even though at that kind of instant, only that language of a child came to Madhvik. You understand? That is the space you need to get. If you're able to get there, that's it. You got it. And anybody will every child will, you can have 70 kids in the room. They will be just in silence. Complete silence. You don't have to do anything. You will be there because every child knows you have come to their space. A new being who have never they've seen in their life, because nobody comes. Suddenly one being comes to their space. They are so happy to receive you. Thank God at least this one person on this planet Earth understands what I want. This exactly goes on their space. And it's so amazing. They start listening completely to you and want to be so curious. And their listening is always powerful. And when Swamiji happens to them, this is where Swamiji happens to them. He just gets there listening. And whenever he says, okay, repeat this, the kid just repeats. The kid doesn't bother even the second thought. Oh, I don't know to tell Swamiji. How will I tell? Maybe I should tell this. Nothing. They are at the word what he said. Swami says and we say. That is it. There is no question or judging or labeling. Nothing goes on. Like when we have a conversation, there will be so many inner chatter goes on. Is this person telling properly? Does she know what is she talking? Whatever. Maybe she's giving a better example. Maybe I know a better example. Something goes on. But for a child, they are with the listening. the words, like Swami says, when somebody speaks, you have to visualize the word W-O-R-D happening in your space. That is called listening. That's how the child listens. Even though his hands and legs are somewhere, his listening is right where it should be. We have to really concentrate, focus on listening. But a child is able to listen so beautifully where they are. So when we start practicing again and again, going into their space and talking to them, it's a smile or just a look is enough for them to get what you want to do. They'll just get it. When Marvik does this manana, whatever Marvik thinks as the solution to the problem, the kids will just grasp it from Marvik's mind. They won't even wait for Marvik to say, somebody will get it. But in adults' conversation, you'll see, very rarely we will get it because we never are used to getting the listening there, getting the space there. That is why we lose the listening. Once we lose the listening, we lose everything else. And the listening is one of the other thing Marvik want to talk, because the third thing Marvik want to do is the completion part of a child. How do you complete with a child? These are the two things, and the completion is what Marvik want to talk today actually. The listening, how we will be listening to a child. See, a child is in a space of pure happening, pure energy. They are the energy. They don't have a form, name or anything. They are just a pure energy which expresses through different forms. So they are a pure form of energy. But we are not able to perceive that space. The one thing we can do is be very, very, very patient with our listening. Whenever a child speaks, if you just listen, you don't have to answer, you don't have to do anything actually. You just listen in the space of where they are. If they say the cat is brown, you just visualize a cat being brown. If they ask you, why is the sky so blue? Just you visualize the sky so blue. Forget the question why. But they already got an answer to that question. You practice just listening very patiently to all the ideas they come out with. And more you listen to their space, you are getting into their space. And you have to be very patient. See, we were very, very patient. But on the way, because of our inauthenticity, we lost the patience to a child. We don't listen to a child. And child comes up with, okay mama, let's make a grass today as dinner.